If you have a child who's learning to read or who's struggling to read, and you're doing this, you need to stop immediately. Hello, my name is Lakina Horn from Family Forward Learning, and I want to do a quick video on something that many of us do, sometimes because we were taught that way, or because it's just something we've picked up through where we live, demographics, different parts, different dialects we have throughout the country. But there are certain letters that we tend to add an extra sound on. They're the letters B, C, D, G, K. And there's a few more that sometimes we will do as well. But I want to make sure that I'm explain the importance of why we stop doing that. As we as parents, we as educators, we as grandparents of all these young people, we know right now that there is a national epidemic of failure of our school system in making sure that our children learn to read. Almost over 60% of fourth graders across the nation are not reading at a proficient, they're either basic or below basic. They're not even at a proficient level of reading. And some of this can be just because of the phonics. And we stopped teaching phonics for some decades. And really, we did a disservice of the language and the science of letters and reading. So I want to make sure that we, as those adults who love them, we're making sure that we aren't making it harder for them, that we aren't teaching them, misteaching them in a way that's going to make them struggle as they're learning to read, or who already those who may be in second and third grade and are reading grade levels behind where they should be. So let's think about this, the letter B. We hear often, I hear as people are talking, or even sometimes in schools as I'm doing visits, you hear people say B says B, B, B. No, B doesn't say B. B says B, B, B. It is very short and very succinct. We put an extra UH or at the end of the B sound. And when a child goes to read, let's say the word bot, they're saying b-at, bot, instead of saying b-at, bot. You see, that extra sound, and there's a technical word for it called the schwa, that extra schwa sound that we're putting on the end of b, k, d, g. We're putting that extra and it makes it harder when we're going to teach them that each individual letter makes a sound. And now I want you to blend these sounds together, and that actually what makes words and allows us to read. If we're telling them that D says duh, when D really says d. When they go to read the word dad, if they're being taught duh, then they're saying duh-ad, duh-ad, which isn't a word. The ad isn't a word, but dad is a word. So I just want to give this quick, simple tip. Make sure that you are not adding an extra sound on the end of the certain sounds. B, k, d, g. It's very short, very succinct, like almost sometimes a puff of air. B, k, d, n, b, g. Okay, so make sure that we are modeling well, that we are teaching well, that we are setting our students up for success. And I'm going to do a video soon where I'm going to go through all the sounds. I'll go through the 26 letters of the alphabet. We know that there's more than 26 sounds that our letters make, but I'll go through the I think it's 31 most common in the alphabet. And I'll make sure that we as parents, we that are champion for our students to be taught well, that we're modeling at home, in the car. These are great little tips and tricks that you can teach in the car. What does the letter D say? D says D. What does the letter M say? M says mm. What does the letter O says? O says ah. And we're practicing and making sure what is the first sound you hear in the word mom? I hear mm. What is the first sound that you hear in the word goat? I hear g. Right? So I'm going to come back and give lots more teaching and tips and strategies on helping your child who's either struggling and not where they should be in their grade level and age range of reading, or those who are just starting out, because we want to make sure that we're putting them on the best foot forward. Because this at Family Forward Learning, we're all about making sure that our children are equipped to be great readers, because we know that those who can read go on to be great leaders. They can read and think for themselves instead of having someone tell them what it said. So until next time, make sure you're not putting that extra sound on the end of B, C, D, G, K, and a few other ones. Until next time, if you have any questions, please make sure you reach out to me, and also go to our website, familyforwardlearning.com, where I have a guide. It's free. You can download it. And we know this is the summertime. Children aren't in school, and what can happen? The summer slide. And so I have given you 9 tips and fun ideas that you can incorporate throughout the summer to make sure that your children may be out for the summer, but that learning should never stop. So I've given busy families 9 tips on how to incorporate literacy and learning into your day to make sure that your child doesn't experience the summer slide, because we don't want them to be 2 months behind when they go back to school in the fall. We want to have them ahead so they are ready to soar on to their next grade level. Until next time, I'm Lakina Horn. Make sure that you're reading well as a family and that you're setting your family up to be moving forward in learning. Be blessed.